Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today, me and Jim Kulos teamed up to create one of the most revolutionary designs in all of Lumber Tycoon 2. This design uses conveyor welders to make doors act as conveyors, delivering a fully automatic system from the moment you lay the wood on the bridge to the moment it's in the wood drop-off and turned into money. This design produces a whopping 75k per hour and reduces all the hassle of sawmilling wood and selling it in the drop-off. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the actual tutorial. The auto grinder relies on 2 door bridges to get the wood from the swamp to your base and from your base to the wood drop off. Your first door bridge needs to be 75 studs away from your truck welder, which I'll talk about in the next tutorial section, and then from there another 14 studs until you actually reach the ladders for your door bridge. Now, your actual door bridge needs to be elevated 9 studs off of the ground, which if you didn't know is a smooth wall and a post. Moving to another side of your base, your second door bridge needs to be 22 studs away from your second edge. Now, this door bridge needs to be the height of the swamp, which means you'll need to build up about 129 studs, or all the ladders shown here. Up here you need to build another one of your truck systems, which we'll talk about later, and your door bridge needs to be 9 studs off of this platform. Anyways, enjoy this super fast time lapse with me building it. Anyways, once your 76 upward source have been placed for this bridge, it's time to place your last 11 into the actual funnel for the wood drop off. Start off by grabbing a small floor and placing it like this with another one like so. From there, ask a friend or an alt account to lower the bridge so that you can place another door like so. Make sure your door has the handle facing downwards, and then when the door is risen, it's 1 stud over the mark. Anyways, from this point onwards, you'll need a friend or an alt account in order to finish the project. You'll need them so that you can perform the E-Move B glitch. Ask your friend or alt account to move the door, then unwhitelist them, and then have them press B. This will make the door go invisible for them. Once that door is invisible, go on your main account and place a small floor like so. Go over to your alternative account, grab another door, and place it so that it's linked up with this door right on the mark. Make sure that the handle of this door is facing the ladder. From there, grab the small floor and place it like so. Copy the same thing again, but move it so that the door is lined up with the new small floor position. If you're unaware how to build a door bridge or just need more assistance, you can go check out the video I made a year ago with code Primate. I'll link it in the description. And now you just want to repeat this step for all 4 doors. Once you've done that, you want to come to the end and place your tile 1 stud above the doors like so. Grab a new door and place it so that it's 2 studs overlapping. And from there, copy the exact same process you did before, but with the doors going in the opposite direction. Once that's done, place a tile up here. Go onto your alternative account, grab a door, and place it on top of the tile so that the handle is facing the wood drop-off. You need to place it so that the handle is just slightly over the middle of the first door. The first position I placed it in was wrong, and I had to move it a little bit to the side, just like this. Anyways, from there you just want to E-Move B this door so that it goes invisible. Add another tile and place another door with the handle facing the mountainside. Place at the very edge of your base like so. Once that's done, you don't really need your alt account anymore, and you can just E-Move B all of the doors once the door bridge is raised again. Now to check that it's working, simply lower the bridge again, and you should see all of the doors go with it. Anyways, now it's time to get on to the second tutorial, which is how to build the car welders. You'll need to build this next tutorial 2 times, one at the bottom and one at the top. I'll instruct you where to build it at the top later, but let's start with actually how to build it. To start, grab your Vols all-purpose hauler and place it so that it's leaning off your plot by 2 studs. You should have marked out where to build this earlier. If you don't remember, you can simply go back to the timestamp label in the description. Anyways, from there, grab a smooth wall or a skinny smooth wall, place it right here, and then grab 2 large tiles, placing them back to back after the skinny smooth wall. From there, grab a bolt and brass and place it right here so that one side of it is towards the right side. From there, grab your straight conveyor and place it 2 studs away from the left edge of your Vols all-purpose hauler like so. Make sure that the conveyor direction is facing down. Next, grab a utility vehicle, turn around and place it on your 2 front tiles. Make sure that it's levitated 1 stud above the ground like so. From there, you want to grab a button and place it right here, and then wire up your button to your utility vehicle. Now you can test if it works by hitting the respawn button. You'll notice that the car inherits the conveyor's properties. Now, a quick and unfortunate disclaimer is that you will have to build this every time you reload your base. I'm not quite sure why this occurs, but sometimes the conveyor weld doesn't save on the truck, meaning that you have to just rebuild this little module for it to work again. Again, I'm not sure why it works like that, but it just does. I'll leave a timestamp in the comments and description so you can go back to this moment in the video whenever you need to. Anyways, let's get on to the next part of the video. To start the build, you're going to place a skinny smooth wall right here. Then place a normal smooth wall next to it to make a 6 stud long surface. From there, you want to take some large floors and lay them out in 2 sets of 4x4s. Next, install another set of smooth walls and skinny smooth walls over here. This should make your backside fully finished. Now copy the same design on the back, but with half smooth walls and half skinny smooth walls as their top. Finish off the front wall by adding 2 posts for decorative purposes. They're not 100% needed, but they do help the wood getting out of the funnel. Now grab your 1x4 wedges and place them on top of your large floors. These will act as guides and will help the wood fall into the funnel. And then finally, place your 1x4x1 wedges right here to finish up your design. Now it's time for your actual sawmill. Place a Sawmax 02 7 studs above the ground, 2 studs overhanging over your plot like so. From there, grab a 2x4x1 wedge, orientate it like this and place it right here. From there, grab a small floor and place it on top of your wedge like this. Now grab your 1x4 wedge, invert it so it looks like this and place it on top of your small floors. This will further guide the wood so it will fit in the sawmill every time. And your build can actually be done here if you just want to sell wood in the wood drop-off. As you see, by lowering this bridge and respawning the car, it bridges the weld between the door and the bridge, which will be talked about later in the explanation section of the video. Anyways, let's move on to the upper sawmill system to make your circuit fully complete. Welcome to the last part of the tutorial, the upper sawmill system. Anyways, to start off, you want to grab 3 straight conveyors, placing them all like so. Make sure that when the door bridge is lowered, the conveyor tops and the actual doors line up perfectly so that the wood can flow on and off with ease. Also make sure that the conveyors are 2 studs off of the edge of your plot. Anyways, it's time to place our guiding wedges. Start by placing your first 2x4x1 wedge so that it just covers up the knob of the glass door. This way no wood will get stuck on the knob of the glass door if it comes into the system. Anyways, place your 2x4x1 and 1x2x1 wedges in unison with this one so that it forms a nice line. I forgot to mention this in the recording, but this is where you'll be making the second conveyor welder. On screen now is an image of where the contraption will be. The plot is just there for reference. Anyways, moving back along into the tutorial, you need to place your Sawmax 02L against these conveyors like so. Make sure that it's set to 1.8x2 or else your sawmill system won't work. Anyways, once that's done, you want to place down your straight conveyors. Place down 10 of them, and then grab your smooth walls and place them like so. These smooth walls will act as guiders. Now it's time to place your saw. Make sure that it looks like this when your camera is sideways and that when you activate it, it looks like this. Now it's time for your funnel conveyor. Orientate it so that's facing downwards like so, and then place it against your saw. If you follow the tutorial correctly, your design should look like this. Anyways, take a lever and point it into the saw. Next, grab your last two smooth walls and place them right here. Now whip out your blueprints and grab a large tile. Place it on top of the smooth walls like so, and then grab your normal tiles, placing them on top like this. This will further guide the wood into your saw. You will need an alt account or your friend in the game to help you with the following steps. Start by taking a straight conveyor and placing it 3 studs below your other conveyors, 2 studs over it, and 1 stud towards you. It should look like this. Now place 2 more conveyors lined up with this one. Now grab your 4th conveyor and place it 2 studs more aligned towards you. You should be able to cover it up with a 2x4x1 wedge like this. Now you're going to need to use your alt account. Simply do the whitelist and unwhitelist glitch to remove these 2 doors from your alt account screen. Once that's done, grab another conveyor and align it with the other one that's already been placed. And now you don't really need your alt account anymore. Place the last 2 conveyors aligned with the other 2 like so. And now for your last step of this tutorial, grab your 2x4x1 wedge and place it like so. This will just make sure any excess wood will get pushed over to the right side before falling. I built the auto grinder. Now how do I use it? Well, first off, you will have to build both of the truck welders every time you reload. On 3 now is me rebuilding mine, and it only took me a few minutes. Now your truck welder is built again, you need to lower your door bridge and place back the 1x4x2 wedge that you misplaced earlier. Now you need to bridge the weld between the door and the other car by pressing this button. It will spawn a utility vehicle welded to both the truck and the door bridge. Now hop onto your doors to make sure your system is working. If it's going in the wrong direction, simply go down here and toggle the conveyor. It will change the direction of all of the doors simultaneously. Once you've rebuilt both the bottom and top conveyor welders, it's time to go to the swamp. Simply drive your car over there by using the rock bridge or by driving it on the door bridge itself, although it is a little finicky. Anyways, once in the swamp, you want to grab 1 tree of gold wood and bring it back to your doors. Once you're back to your doors with your piece of gold wood, you want to chop it up into little segments. Load each of these segments onto the bridge on the very left side. This will just help with clogging along the way. Also prioritize smaller pieces on the bridge over larger pieces, as it will help it go through the sawmill system even faster. I also recommend spacing out your larger pieces as if you put too many in at the same time, it will get clogged. From there, just repeat this process as many times as you would like. However, I highly recommend checking up on the machine every 2 to 3 runs just to make sure that nothing is clogged. The machine is pretty reliable, but there is that occasion where something goes wrong. Anyways, let's get on to how this machine actually works.
The auto grinder is made up of 5 crucial systems. Let's start with the most revolutionary, the conveyor welders. The auto grinder consists of 2 welding systems, 1 for each door bridge. The welders utilize trucks placed in very exact positions to inherit the properties of the conveyor and transfer it to the vehicle. From there, a second truck is used to bridge the weld between the doors and the trucks, passing the conveyor properties throughout the whole bridge. The next system is the upper sawmill. This circuit uses a repurposed power cutter made by Aquaflow to cut the wood into smaller pieces. From there, the wood gets aligned and falls into the drop chute, a wooden box made to funnel the wood onto the lower door bridge. The lower sawmill system further aligns the wood and sawmills it again, putting it on a direct course for the wood drop-off. The final piece of the grinder contains the drop-off funnel, where the wood falls onto the drop-off conveyors and gets sold.
Anyways, this is going to be the end of the tutorial. It was a long one, and I thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Anyways, I'd like to give a huge thank you to Aquaflow for making the thumbnail and for making part of the power cutter system. I also want to thank Jimkills for helping me design most of the system and for voiceovering the last part of the video. Both of their links will be down in the description. Go check their channels out and go subscribe. I know parts of the tutorial were kind of rushed, and that's just because this video is already 17 minutes long. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either leave them in the comment section down below or join my Discord, which will be linked in the description. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Goodbye.